Hairbrain Comedy presents.
Welcome to Picking Fights with DJ Dangler and the world famous
Jasper T. Colbert, baby.
Yeah, and this is a good fight card. UFC 276. Little behind the action update for our fans here. We've talked about this. Jasper, we agree.
We do.
On all five
Yes.
of the main event cards. That
Yes.
doesn't happen.
Nope.
So
Nope.
we'll go through them, but let's go. We'll go. Is this what the UFC wants or doesn't want?
I feel like Sean O'Malley's been on every fight card since we started doing this.
They've wanted him on every fight card since we started doing this. And they want him on this one, and he's going to win on this one. He is taking on Pedro Munz, the young Punisher, and he's barely either one of those things anymore.
No, he's the done Punisher. That's what I'm calling him.
The done Punisher.
Munoz ain't never been finished, but it's fucking happening. It's happening.
This is definitely Sugar Sean's best fight, but I think it's one he's going to win, and I don't think it means a lot. I think this is an empty calorie fight. It's just going to put him in the top 10 for Sugar.
And they jumped him. They put him in top 15 last fight, and now they're trying to move him into top 10. So how many more fucking fights? Is next fight going to be top 5?
I think, yeah, I think it will be. I think if he wins the next one, they'll put him up against whoever's 5 or 6 in the weight division. Middleweight, number 4, Sean Strickland, taking on unranked Alex Pereira.
Yep.
Alex Pereira is a terrific kickboxer.
Mm-hmm.
He beat Israel Adesanya in kickboxing
Yep.
prior to his rise in MMA. And he didn't sort of beat him, and he didn't beat him when he was a newcomer learning the ropes. No, he beat him.
Yep.
And he is a legit kickboxing stud.
Mm-hmm.
He's done real well in MMA,
Yep.
but that's not UFC.
I'd be more concerned about this spot for him if they didn't put him in with a dude who only wants to box.
Correct. This is a great draw for Pereira. A great draw.
Yes.
As Sean Strickland, I think, is a guy with he's got a lot of talk for a guy that doesn't have a lot of finishes.
Yeah. I'm just going to say it right now. Fuck Sean Strickland.
If Pereira wins, it's great for the UFC, bad for Sean Strickland, which I also think would be good for the UFC. At featherweight, the champion, one of my favorites, just because I love when people break toys and weld them on differently. Alexander Volkanovski.
I love Max Holloway, but I'm tired of him not finishing fights and just it's been a long time since Max Holloway's been the best, and Volkanovski's the best. So
Max
sorry,
Holloway hasn't finished a fight in 30 rounds of fighting.
Yeah, and I'm sorry you don't get to be featherweight champion no more. So
Nope.
maybe lightweight and see how you do. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do for you, Max.
He's only 30. Yeah, I know third time's a charm, but not for me. I'm glad they're not trying to make this a main event. I'd be really mad if they were trying to make this the main event.
If Max Holloway wins this fight, we just have to see an immediate rematch.
Do we have to see 3 of them? Do we have a rubber match, and then do we have a double bagger match? If it's not a decisive victory, right? If it's another split decision or something like that, hear me out. I think instead of a 4th match, they make a move into a small 1-bathroom apartment together and just film it all the time, and you watch it when you want to.
I don't mind that. I think if they don't close the chapter on this rivalry, that they have to go to couples counseling.
But tell me right now that you don't think you could sell tickets to the last style bender and the killer gorilla.
The only way Cannonier wins this fight is if Israel plays with his food.
Yeah. If Adesanya tries to win stylistically, if he tries to go for a big fancy knockout and gets caught.
Yeah, because otherwise I don't think Cannonier can even touch him. I don't think he's fast enough to get on him.
I wouldn't even know how to coach Cannonier on this. I mean that, like,
Yeah.
because it's one of those where you're like, hey, you're such a big, dominant guy. You want to go out there and establish your rhythm, but that doesn't seem to work against the rangy counterpuncher. I think Adesanya is going to be the champ until he starts to fall apart.
Yep.
And we're not going to notice it happening until it's long gone. Which one are you looking the most forward to?
That's a good question. Honestly, of everything on this fight card, I would most like to see Sean Strickland get the shit beat out of him.
That's funny. I was going to say the same thing. I was going the opposite. I kind of want to see what Pereira has. So yeah, we're going to say that the UFC goes 3 out of 5 for getting what they want. Just picking fights with DJ Dangler.
Jasper Cheap Hole there.